This last part of the journey will take me from Alula through Khaybar and Buraydah all the way back to Riyadh. As I'm woken up by noises next to my tent, I have the fortune to witness to a scenic break of dawn here in Alula, overlooking the Elephant Rock. The daylight greets me with a surprise of a white Arabic stallion galloping at my doorstep, part of a film crew shooting a commercial for Alula. While preparing breakfast, I make friends with some of the crew, but after finishing my coffee and packing, I must finally move on. It is a long drive to Khaybar, where first of all I'm going to stop at the site of the ancient dam.
I'm at Sad al-Bint, the Khaybar Dam. It is pre-Islamic and believed to be Nabatean, and it is one of the dams which were used to control the flow of water for agriculture in the region.
At sunset, I drive into the old city. It was abandoned as the inhabitants moved a few kilometers westward to their newer dwellings. This, in Saudi Arabia, has often been a common trend, as the country became wealthy thanks to the discovery of oil. Thus, many old towns are now deserted. Maybe somebody's still living here. Oh, maybe it's a ghost. It's Halloween now. I then make my way to the oldest part of the fortified Jewish settlement, which was conquered by the Arabs in the second year of the Hijra. This is the Khaybar castle behind me. It's closed, unfortunately. After the visit, I head to my hotel for some rest. Early in the morning, I set off for Buraydah. On the way, I pass by the black and white volcanoes, which are standing amongst lava fields as testimony of a volcanic activity dating back to about 1,400 years ago. Shortly after passing the volcanoes, I'm surprised by the unexpected end of the road. It is with apprehension that I have to proceed for 1 hour through these deserted landscapes, along a tiny track, until finally it rejoins the asphalt road.
We are standing at the site of the old city of Hait. Now it's in total ruins, with abandoned farms.
The oasis of Hait must have had a very prominent role in the antiquity of the region, given the dimensions of the village, the date farms, as well as the impressive fortifications that surround it. After having explored the area, I will make my way to Buraydah, where I will spend the next night.
We're in Buraydah, in the region of Qatif, and this is the world's largest camel market.
Unfortunately, it is not the best day and time to visit the market, as all auctions have already finished. But regardless, it is interesting to learn from local breeder about the types of camels and also to see how they are unceremoniously loaded into the small trucks with a crane. The region of Qasim is famous also for its dates and is one of the biggest markets in the world. This one behind me is called Date City. Although the exhibition halls are closed for renovation, some farmers are still selling their dates in the harbour. My visit of the Qasim region continues with a stop in Ulnaziah. The Al-Bassam Heritage House has been constructed in the 1950s on the blueprint of the traditional Najd architecture. It is now a museum. I'm welcomed by the friendly staff and guided to visit the courtyards and the most beautiful rooms of the building.
This is the Hashina Historical Tower.
It is not known when this watchtower was built, but surely it is more than 200 years old. It used to be over 45 meters tall, but after being destroyed and rebuilt numerous times, it stands now only 27 meters high. Regardless, it remains an impressive landmark of the Qasim region. My trip then continues on the way to Riyadh.
Along the way to Riyadh, we are stopping now for a visit of a traditional village.
The town is beautifully restored, but completely deserted. Probably it is part of some project to transform this area into a touristic attraction. And finally, in the distance, I see the skyline of Riyadh. In the morning, I depart for my last off-road trip before heading home. This morning in Riyadh, we're back on the edge of the world, and I'm with my friend Eduardo.
Hi.
The views in this area are always stunning, and this time we are blessed by a clear morning. From here, we can see in the valley below the rock formation called Devil's Thumb or Faisal's Finger. Here and now, my adventure comes to an end, and we're better than amongst the impressive views of the Riyadh escarpment in the company of my friend Eduardo.